Come on inside here to the Sports Center of Connecticut here in Shelton, Connecticut. Been a while since we've seen these Eagles here on the ice, but now they are back for their start of the season. Pedro Desai finds the back of the net, and that's the first post goal of the season.
And they score. Tristan Curry, her second of the game.
Calgary, Alberta.
Larson, Highlands Ranch, Colorado. My name is Casey Van Nusselaar and I'm from Whitby, Ontario. My name is Karis Kale and I'm from Atikokan, Ontario. Hi, I'm Selena McKevikas and I'm from Toronto. My name is Danny Ammons and I'm from Centennial, Colorado. I'm Hannah Luckman and I'm from Highland Hills, New York. I'm Hannah Saunders and I'm from Ottawa, Ontario. My name is Jet Devlin and I'm from Alberta, Canada. I'm Jody Rose and I'm from Pickering, Ontario.
My name is Julia Wysocki and I'm from Frankston, Texas.
My name is Macy Peterson and I'm from Brainerd, Minnesota.
Maddie Noonan and I'm from Calgary, Alberta.
It's the home opener for the 24-25 season for the Post Eagles as they welcome the Franklin Pierce Ravens to the rinks at Shelton. Thanks for joining us on the CACC Network. I'm Matt Scalzo. Happy you could be with me on this Friday afternoon. Post comes into this one 1-5 overall, 1-1 in conference play. Franklin Pierce 2-2 with a 2-0 record in the Newha. This is a conference clash between these two teams. We'll take a look at the starting goaltenders. Hannah Saunders gets the start in net for Post. As for the Ravens, it is Jill Hurdle between the pipes. We'll dive into the starting lineups. Jody Rose centers the top line for this Post team. She joined on the right by Macy Peterson and on the left by Selena McKevikas. As for Franklin Pierce, Michaela Kelly, the captain, centers the top line, along with Anna Calmo on the right. Emma LaRoche on the left, the top D pair for the Ravens is Ashley Wright and Maddie Morton. As for Post, it is Sejal Desai and Angeline Pitter, and we are underway as the opening draw is won back by the Eagles. Post coming off a tough series against the number 8 team in the country, the Colgate Raiders, last weekend, dropping both matchups. As for Franklin Pierce, they're also coming in losers of 2 straight after being swept by the Brown Bears in a home-and-home series last weekend. Battle below the goal line, picked up by Rose in the corner. A battle for possession as it's poked along and picked up now by Ashley Wright behind the net. Wright looks to center the breakout. Pass has it taken away. Feed out in front looking for Ringer. Was sticked away by Hurdle. Now LaRoche coming back up. Has it taken away by Danny Amons. Puck gets cleared out to center. Or it's chipped along further by Rowan Winger. Chasing after it is Riley Patfield. She wins the race to the puck. Feeds it up to the point. Drops it back down low as Amons wraps into the corner where nobody's home for post. Through center comes Bryn Levinson. Quick pass up to Mackenzie Rich. Drop pass comes to Bo Dean. And that is the first stop for Hannah Saunders. Strebel on the clear. Charlin pinched in. And it's now picked up by Julia Wysocki. She drops it on to Ringer, and she'll clear it down the length of the ice. No icing is called as a battle ensues. Comes up to Charlin through center ice. Drops it across the blue line. It's fed into the middle. Lauren Maras couldn't get on it. Maras behind the net. Loses her edge. Is able to get it up to the point. That's what Maggie Cornetta, long shot go, is patted away by Saunders. Now it's scooped up by Tristan Curry. She skates through center into the attacking end, dumps it all the way down. Pat Bingham is in his first season at the helm for Post. He was talking with me yesterday about how he wants to start fast and keep playing fast, play the full 60, something his team has struggled to do. So far this season, has only played the full 60 once in the 4-0 win against St. Michael's 2 weekends ago in Game 1. Here's a lapse. Taylor Hartinger's on it. But a good recovery from Ruby Mitchell. Clears the puck out towards center ice. It's chipped back in where Jet Devlin picks it up. Tries to spring free the offense. It skates all the way down. Chasing after it is McKevikis. Comes up to the neutral zone. Delayed offsides against Post. Long stretch pass. Comes up empty and it'll be icing against Franklin Pierce. 16:23 left to go in the opening period. No score so far. Both teams continuing to jockey for possession, feel one another out through these first 5 minutes. David Stockdale is at the helm in his 13th season for Franklin Pierce. Looking to guide this team back to another Nuha championship. Lost in last year's championship game in overtime. He was the coach of the year in the 2021-22 season where Franklin Pierce was regular season and tournament champions. He's been the only coach through Franklin Pierce tenure. Inaugural season was in 2012-2013. He joined the program in 2011. As there's the first big stop made by Jill Hurdle between the pipes, the junior out of Highland Park, Illinois. She comes in 2-1 on the season with a 2.32 goals against average and a .942 save percentage. Another draw won by the Eagles. Towing the line was Larson, has it taken away. Chance the other way for Franklin Pierce. Good recovery from Post along with Larson. Below the goal line, it's Anna Calmo. Drops it to Kelly. Shot goes above the bar. And sticked out towards center. Only as far as Calmo. Closed off by Casey Vanden Uterlar, one of the alternate captains for this Post team. Larson, a bank pass off the boards, goes all the way down where it's sticked away by Hurdle. Chipped back in, race for the puck between Wright and Patfield. It is won by Patfield, comes up to the point. It's Mitchell. Cross ice feed over to Wysocki. Patfield below the goal line lets a shot go that goes off the stick of Hurdle. Mitchell trying to bank it off the boards. It's deflected into the Franklin Pierce bench. Will be an offensive zone draw upcoming for Post. Just under 5 minutes gone so far in this opening period. No score still between these two Nuha opponents. Draw is won back by Wysocki. Long shot into the pads and swallowed up by Jill Hurdle. That shot came from Caris Kell, freshman out of Ontario. Still in search of her first career point. This is exactly what Coach Bingham was looking for, this fast start, sustained pressure. Allows you to keep fresh legs on the ice. Another draw won by Post, but no shot can be taken off. The Ravens looking to clear, and they do that. A nice nifty back pass up ahead to Mackenzie Rich as it's sticked out of play by Angeline Pitter. One of the two captains on this Post team, along with Hannah Saunders, the goaltender. Playing in her 109th game. That is second all-time in Post history, only behind her teammate Casey Vanden Uterlar, who is playing in her 110th. Draw won by Franklin Pierce below the goal line. It drops to Dean. On-angle shot, shouldered away by Saunders, and then the net comes off its bearings, and the whistle is blown by the officials. After the whistle, the puck squeaked through into the net, but will not be a goal. Another offensive zone draw upcoming for Franklin Pierce. Bryn Levinson will take it against Tim Marie Grom. Saunders gets it all back on. It gets the net back on its pipes. And the draw is won by Levinson. Dropping it down low, has it taken away. Odd man rush the other way. Opportunity for Post. Grom. Hounded tries to drop it behind for Tristan Curry coming up on the play. Wheeling around comes Maddie Noonan, freed out in front. Nobody can get on the other end of it. Noonan trying to feed once again. Goes into the corner. And wraps around to the other corner where pinching in is Amons. Picked up by Noonan, trying to feed up top to Utular. Noonan behind the net, joined by Curry. Up to the point, Amons. Across to Vanden Uterlar, sticked away easily by Hurdle. Held in the offensive zone, fresh legs back on for the Eagles. Devlin brings it back up to the point, but nobody's home as Uterlar had gone off for a clear. And all the way back down goes Brooke Larson. Battle along the near side boards. It's taken away by Post. Up comes Hannah Luckman with some speed into the attacking zone. Quick on her edges, drops it across for Larson with a one-timer. Blockered away by Hurdle. Franklin Pierce the other way. On the stick of Lauren Maros. Has to dump it in. Goes off for a change. Post has been on the front foot through these first 7 minutes. Macy Peterson on it. Flips it into the opposite corner. From the corner, it squirts out towards Hurdle. She'll cover for a stoppage of play with 12:33 left to go in the first period. Post continuing to do what head coach Pat Bingham wants them to do, which is get off to that quick start, sustain pressure, and have a lot of offensive zone time. Allows for those changes, keeps fresh legs on the ice, and wears down this Franklin Pierce team. Ravens unable to clear, held in by Peterson. Battle in the corner. Franklin Pierce able to clear. They cannot get on the other end of it. Delayed offsides against the Ravens. Up ahead to Jody Rose. Rose moving in along a breakaway. Misses wide on the back check was Anna Calmo, doing a good job disrupting that shot. Best chance we've seen so far between these two teams. With 11:44 left to go in the opening period. Rose on a breakaway. Good back check by Franklin Pierce. Helped Turtle in that process. That shot went wide. Draw is won by Post. Long shot from Amons, easily handled by Hurdle. Through the neutral zone comes Maddie Morton. Up ahead to Kelly. And it was played by a high stick. Become a neutral zone draw. Right on the brink of the Franklin Pierce offensive zone. Levinson and Wysocki battle, and it is won by Wysocki. Neutral zone possession was momentarily controlled by Franklin Pierce. They pick it back up on a bad pass from Sajal Desai. Around the boards, it's tipped out by Rowan Ringer. No icing on this play. It's scooped up behind by the captain, Julia Stevens, for Franklin Pierce. Long stretch pass. Tipped along by Bo Dean. Cross-ice pass was played by a high stick on Franklin Pierce. Post picked it up and played it in behind Hurdle. One-timer out in front. Great chance for Grom. Behind the net. One-timer for Noonan. Slides beneath her stick and goes all the way down towards Hannah Saunders. She'll play it and leave it behind for Brooke Larson. Plays it out towards center, slowed by Maggie Cornetta. Pushes it back into the offensive zone. Halfway through this first period. No score between Franklin Pierce and Post. Cornetta can't stop it. Picked up by Luckman. She loses her edge. And it's cleared out off the boards. Taylor Hartinger can't control it, but it's picked up by Maya Annenson. Battle pinched in by Franklin Pierce. Cleared out to center by Noah Farberman. Nifty footwork from Alexandria Sistolo. Pushes it deep in for Franklin Pierce. Haley Anderson on it, battling with Devlin and Mitchell. Anderson tries to clear it up. It's taken away by Macy Peterson. A battle along the near side boards. Pops out behind the net of Post. Peterson pushes it out towards center ice. Stays with it. Comes to Jody Rose. And offsides is called against Post with 8:32 left to go in this first period. Still no score between these two teams in the home opener for Post. All-time series has been dominated by Franklin Pierce. The Ravens lead at 26-2. As we've hit our first breakage in the under 10 timeout, we'll be back after this on the CACC Network. Back on the CACC network and back under play here in the first period. Just under 8:30 left to go in this first period. No score so far between Franklin Pierce and Post. Neither team with many grade A chances. Just 2 shots for Franklin Pierce, 1 for Post. As Peterson will win the race to the puck. Ashley Wright, quick on her edges. Spins away from pressure. It's cleared back in by Angeline Pitter. Picked up by Emma LaRoche. Off the skate of Michaela Kelly. Along with Stevens, the 2 captains for this Franklin Pierce team. She scoops it in and goes off for a change. Perhaps all the way around the boards where it's held up by Rowan Ringer. Shoots it all the way down where it's off the pads of Hurdle, and she'll have to cover. Sets up an offensive zone face-off for the Eagles.
It's technically a shot if it would have gone in the net if the goalie wasn't there.
Considered a shot on net. Rich drops it off. Taking a tumble was Levinson, held by Franklin Pierce. Dean behind the net, turns it up to Rich, who slides it up to the point. Stevens lets a shot go deflected wide. Dean on it again. Battles with Kell. It comes up to Riley Patfield. She moves around Stevens. Stevens checks back and picks it up for the Ravens. Through center comes Jenna Charland. On it is Hartinger pinching in and taking it away now. As Lauren Maros drops it below to Charland. Backhand feed out in front looking for the return feed to Maros, and it's read and covered by Hannah Saunders. 6:17 left to go in the first period. Shots 11-3 in favor of Post. A rare win for Franklin Pierce in this opening period, just their 5th win at the dot. Hardinger. Maros gets it up to the point in Cornetta. Across to Swenson. Long shot is blocked away. Picked up in the corner, comes back up to Swenson. Another shot. Looking for a deflection. It skitters just wide of the post of Saunders. Cornetto holds it at the blue line. And it's deflected out towards center ice. Picked up by Post in their own zone. Looking for the breakout pass was Ruby Mitchell. It was only as far as Swenson, where it's picked up by Maddie Noonan. Lets a shot go from neutral ice, sticked away by Hurdle. Cleared back in by Amons. Pops over the stick of Pitter. 2-on-1 here for Franklin Pierce if they can get the pass. It's blocked away, and now Post will move up the other way. Devlin pinches it in. Picked up by Casey Coffey. Long to Emma LaRoche. Neutral zone battle. Finds the stick of Danny Ammons. Long pass from Pitter finds nobody from Post, and it'll go the length of the ice where icing is waved off. Rose picks it up in neutral ice as Franklin Pierce going for a change in the attacking end. Comes Brooke Larson. Behind the net has it taken away. Now a chance for Franklin Pierce. With speed comes Levinson on her backhand. Stops, looking for a return pass. Gets it up to the point with right. Long shot is patted away with a kick stop by Saunders. Another chance, and Saunders stands tall once again. Best chances so far for Franklin Pierce. They continue to sustain some pressure before Macy Peterson picks it up and floats it down. Wholesale line change for Post. Battle in the neutral zone, has it taken away. Mitchell up ahead to Ringer. Gets her stick caught up with Mackenzie Rich. Odd angle shot from Patfield, blocked by a Raven.
16 blocked by 6.
And it pops out to neutral ice, where it's picked up by Michaela Kelly. Julia Stevens on it now. Up ahead to Haley Anderson. Cross ice feed over to Maya Anderson. And it's pushed along by Bauer. Into the corner. Picked up by Stevens at the point. Kelly at the goal line. Working below. Anderson up to Stevens, pops off her stick, holds it along the blue line. Failed clear from Post. Some more sustained pressure here, but able to get on it is Wysocki. Pushes it along to Patfield, and she'll lay it all the way down. Post goes off after a long shift in the defensive zone. Held in by Curry. Goes only as far as a few Ravens. Now Curry back on it. Wheeling up into the offensive zone. Lets a shot go from the near circle, and it's swallowed up by Jill Hurdle. Stopping play with 1:57 to go in this first period. Still no score between these two teams. Warren Maros is waved out of the dot, and the draw is won back by Post. A one-timer from Pitter, blocked on its way through. Picked up along the near side by Maros. Reinforcements come in. Maros from her knees makes the pass off to Cornetta. She tries to return it over to Hartinger. Maros along the boards, drops it for Hartinger. Wraps all the way along. Charlin tried to feed it out in front. Nobody was able to keep their stick on it. Maros in the corner. Shoved off the puck, and now Sajel Desai springs a breakout for Post. Desai plays it off the pads of Hurdle. Battle in the corner. It's popped up and held in. Whacking at it there on the doorstep was Farberman, And it is swallowed up by Jill Hurdle with 1:02 left to go in the first period. One minute left to go in this first period. No score between Post and Franklin Pierce. It's picked up by Luckman, trying to go for a stuff attempt. Farberman on it behind the net. Comes up with a point-to-point pass. Uderlar lets a shot go, blockered away by Hurdle. Loose puck out in front. And it is scooped up by Anna Calmo for Franklin Pierce in her second season after transferring from Maine, but turns it over. Jet Devlin on it. Cycles it into the slot, but has it picked up by Michaela Kelly, using her strength to hold off. Kevikis, 15 seconds to go now in the first period. Post in their own zone. Larson trying to circle. Calmo blocked it, comes out to neutral ice. Thrown back in with 4 seconds to go. Larson holds it in the corner. Throws it out to neutral ice, and that is how the first period will come to a close. Back and forth between Post and Franklin Pierce. Few good chances for both sides, but the goaltenders in Saunders and Hurdle hold up a couple of zeros after the first 20 minutes. Shot 17-6 in favor of the Eagles. We'll head to a break on the CACC network. Second period coming up in about 15 minutes.
We're here with our Post University Men's Basketball 2024-25 Media Day, joined by graduate student Harrison Warnock. Harrison, you're coming off an injury last year, kind of came back quicker than you expected to. Now you're fully healthy. What are you looking forward to this year?
Oh, man, I'm just really excited to finally be back on two legs after, you can see in the film, even looking back, just hobbling around for most of the season. So I'm excited to see what I can really do and what I can really bring to the table for this team and see how well we can mesh together.
And what was that like last year, kind of coming back all of a sudden and reintegrating yourself into a bigger role than you thought you were going to have coming off of surgery?
Yeah, I mean, definitely had some ups and downs. In the beginning, my head wasn't there. I was just thinking about, if I just didn't get hurt, everything like that. But my teammates always had my back. They kept pushing me. They kept saying, keep going, you'll be fine, and it all worked out.
How do you integrate the newcomers onto this roster? There's only a couple of them, but still integrating them into the culture that you talked about back in March when we talked about the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I see us as a team that, we really buy into what Coach is trying to tell us and, push us in the right direction. So I feel like especially some of the older guys like Tyler and I have been here for forever at this point, so we can definitely bring them along and, show them the ropes and see how, everything's supposed to go down.
And then pretty much the same team as last year, give or take a few people, then obviously the newcomers. What do you think this group can accomplish this year?
I definitely, I'm excited to see. As long as we can, keep our heads together and, keep having each other's backs and we buy into what Coach is trying to teach us and what he wants us to do, I think we can definitely make a big season this year. So I'm excited for that.
We're joined here by Dang Dieng and Bull Acott. Guys, 1-2 punch in offense last year. Both were all conference. Dang, you were all region. How do you guys set the tone for this season?
I think we got to come back with the same energy and just show that we're the most dominant team and be the most aggressive team in the conference and be one of the best teams in the country. So I think we just start by having a good season, going hard right away, and just proving that we are the same team from last year, and even better.
I agree with that, but I also think that we just need to come back with the same mentality, but with some more. And we've been in this situation before, because from last year we just got piggyback, just up our intensity and our focus, our energy and everything, and just lead the team as we did last year, but just with some more maturity and, yeah, overall.
Yeah, and Bull, you talked about last year your desire to win it all. So what do you have to do to help make that happen this year, do you feel?
I think I just got to lead by example and just to make sure, because I know Kuntz believes that we can win, and I believe we can win. So as I instill that all to all of us in the locker room, I feel like we can all be on the same page because we all know we can win.
And then, Dang, you got a lot of looks after the year was over, and you had a very dominant year, like I mentioned, all region. What brought you back to Post for this chance at another NCAA tournament run?
It's a family environment over here, These are my guys, Bull, Rob, Harry, the rest of the team. Coach Kuntz is a really good coach. And, you can't get that feeling from everywhere. Like, you might go somewhere, but you might not be wanted as much or you might not be valued as much. So it's about just being where you're valued and where you can be the best you. So I think Post will help me do that.
And then lastly, pretty much the same team from last year, give or take a couple guys. But what do you think overall this team can accomplish?
I think we can win the whole thing. I think we should come back this year and win CACC championship because we deserve to, and we've been through a lot. So I think that's where we start. It's just building games one by one and keep going and playing hard the whole year. And I think we should end up in the tournament again.
Yeah, I definitely think we can win it all. And it just starts literally preseason and stacking up good days in each and every day and then taking it one game at a time. But I really believe that we can win it all. Starting with the CACC, go to the tournament, and win everything.
We're here with Tyler Small, who's coming back to the team after missing all last year with injury. And Tyler, kind of going off of that, what was it like sitting out last year? What are you most excited about coming into this year?
I say last year was really tough. It was hard because when I came to school, I was like, okay, I'm going to play. I am getting off injury, but like I'm ready to go. And then after the first couple like preseason workouts, shoot rounds, I'm like, all right, I'm not at 100%. And it was nice because Coach was willing to hear me out and gave me the opportunity to redshirt and actually get back to full health. But that doesn't mean that I took last season off. I feel like I was almost like an assistant coach and kind of helping our really new team last year integrate and being able to almost be like a liaison sometimes between them and coach and just helping them really get into a flow. And I think now, this year, it's going to really show that I've been able to at least stay in touch with everybody. And really, I think we're going to have a really good chemistry coming out.
Talk about that role a little bit, too, last year, what it was like being on the bench with the players. I know I was at one of your practices around Halloween, and you were dressed up like Wario, and like you were very involved still with the practices and stuff.
I think because one thing that Coach was really serious about was kind of making sure that I'm still engaged mentally, and being in practice and kind of having a more elevated role was good for me to really stay involved and stay vocal and still kind of have, hopefully, give off a leadership image and be able to get people to buy in early. When you have a new team, it is difficult, and that's like one of the hardest things. And I think it really worked because being a player coach kind of, they were able to say, you know what, maybe it's not just coach yelling at us this time, but maybe there's something to it, and they just gave them a different perspective.
Now, pretty much a similar team to last year. What are you most excited about being back on the court with this squad for? What do you think they can accomplish?
I think we had a great team last year. I think Coach really got everyone together, and we have some good players, which is always a benefit. But I think this year now, hopefully I could just add a little bit something to that, maybe whether that be outside shooting, maybe it's just extra defense. And I think really we just have to find our flow early and be unselfish and be able to, share the wealth. I think we have a lot of pieces, and it's all about just coming together as a team and working towards our common goal.
We're here with head coach Mark Kuntz as we round out the men's basketball 2024-25 Media Day. Coach Kuntz heading into his 8th season with the team, 9th overall. Coach, what did it mean to be part of history with this program last year?
It was unbelievable, Mike. When I took the job 9 years ago, didn't really know what I was stepping into, and then had to go through over a lot of hurdles to get the program to a respectable place and then to a championship level, and then just to be able to do it for the first time in school history, make that accomplishment with those group of guys was just an unreal experience.
And talk a little bit about, we saw some photos with your daughter at the selection show and after your win against St. Thomas Aquinas up there. How special was it to be able to enjoy that with your family?
Yeah, she's around all the time. She's a part of this place. She's like my associate head coach. I call her all the time. She always asks what's going on. So having her there, for the selection show, because she's a part of it, having her in Vermont was just great. Brought her in the locker room. Something she'll forget, but I'll never forget. And those memories are, you can't talk about it. My wife, my mother, my brother were up in Vermont as well. So just to be able to share that with them gives the accomplishment 10 times. Not even that, more than that, makes it even more valuable.
And, of course, you've been here for a while, seen those ups and downs of the program to build it to what it is now. Talk about what's gone into that culture change and building the program to where it is.
Yeah, I think it starts with the players. You've got to have good players or else, you're not a good coach. And not that I am a good coach, bad coach, whatever. We've just got it to the point where we've figured out the players that can help us win. We need tough guys that are athletic and really compete, and they want to win. And the last 5 years, we've had those guys. And it took some time to figure out who and what to get there. And now we're getting those guys. And it's just kind of now passing off year to year. Now the new guys are learning from the older guys what it takes to survive. Because as you well know, I'm not easy to play for. I hold guys accountable. But I think that's why, we're as good as we do, because I hold them every day, every play to a certain level, and there's accountability. And with that, it's not easy. And I think now these older players are teaching the younger players. And when you've got that culture, I don't like using the word culture a lot, but when you have that, it's really makes my life a lot easier.
And this year you're returning pretty much a majority of that NCAA tournament team outside of one or two guys, I think, and you're getting back Tyler Small this year. You're bringing in 4 or 5 newbies.
Yes.
What do you think this program can do this year based on that?
I think these guys can do as much as they want. Last year was great. We didn't shoot the ball great. I think that's our biggest thing. I've talked to the guys. You have to shoot the ball better. If we want to do what we did last year and beyond, we've got to shoot it better. And that's in their hands. I don't make shots. Last time I checked, I don't step on the floor. So that's in their hands. And it's going to be my job to kind of manage, because, now that we've won, there's kind of an ego, right? There's an expectation for certain guys. And we've got guys that want to play after their career. So managing that is going to be my job. But when we go out there, we just have to be the hardest playing team in the region, like we talked about last year. I think we'll do that. But if we can make more shots, this team can be special.
Head coach Mark Kuntz, 8th season with the team, 9th year overall. Post men's basketball will get underway at the beginning of November with their season already receiving votes in the national poll heading into the 2024-25 campaign.
Hi, I'm Angeline Pitter, and I'm from Calgary, Alberta.
Larson, Highlands Ranch, Colorado. My name is Casey Van Nutzler, and I'm from Whitby, Ontario.
My name is Karis Kale, and I'm from Atikokan, Ontario.
Hi, I'm Selena McKevikas, and I'm from Toronto.
My name is Danny Ammons, and I'm from Centennial, Colorado.
I'm Hannah Luckman, and I'm from Highland Hills, New York.
I'm Hannah Saunders, and I'm from Ottawa, Ontario.
My name is Jed Devlin, and I'm from Alberta, Canada.
I'm Jody Rose, and I'm from Pickering, Ontario.
It's Julia Wysocki, and I'm from Frankston, Texas.
My name is Macy Peterson, and I'm from Brainerd, Minnesota.
Maddie Noonan, and I'm from Calgary, Alberta.
Welcome back to the rinks at Shelton on the CACC Network. Second period action upcoming between the Post University Eagles and the Franklin Pierce University Ravens. And the third Newha matchup of the season for both teams. Post comes in 1-1. Franklin Pierce 2-0. No score through the first 20 minutes. Shots in favor of the Eagles, as were the faceoffs. Let's see what the second period holds. It's Jody Rose and Michaela Kelly to get us going. And it is a draw one back cleanly by Rose and fired back in towards the net of Jill Hurdle. Turnover, Macy Peterson on it. Whacked along by Selena McKevikas. Picked up by Emma LaRoche. Those starters back out. Misplayed puck, Anna Calmo on it. Plays it out in front, looking for Kelly. Comes all the way back down. Held by Sajal Desai. Banks it off the boards and heads off for a change. This is the period of the long change. Kelly, long shift out. Throws it back in. LaRose lets a shot go. That goes wide of the net as Saunders. Battled in the corner. Held up by Rose. Kicked along by LaRoche, and it comes out to center ice. LaRoche backhands it in towards Saunders. She'll lay it behind. Racing up the near side boards. 2-on-1. Rose lets a shot go. That goes wide. And Patfield with her on the opposite side. Behind the net, Rose on a long opening shift here. Over a minute gone by so far in this second period. And Rose will finally head off for a change. Julia Wysocki jumps off and into the play. Abbreviated 5-on-4 with the long change. Puck is covered by Saunders, and we'll get an offensive zone draw for Franklin Pierce. Just 6 faceoffs won so far by the Ravens. And they'll lose another here. Backhanded off the boards, held in by a high-reaching glove. And Mackenzie Rich fires it back in towards the backboards. Cornetta up ahead to Rich. Good job by Vanden Uterlar. And then a puck goes shooting up into the ceiling. Causes a stoppage of play as it deflected off the stick of Riley Patfield along with Courtney Swenson. Just under 2 minutes gone by through in the second period. Draw one once again by Post. Goes all the way down where Swenson plays it. That's picked up now by Cornetta. Battle in the neutral zone. Hardinger has it. Plays it over to Maras. Maras, a shot from the left circle. Handled by Saunders. Into the corner. And it's shot all the way down where it'll be icing against Post. A whistle blows as Casey Coffey is the first one to it. Offensive zone draw now coming up for Franklin Pierce. Through first period of action, Franklin Pierce is 1-0 when they are tied, and as for Post, they are 0-1. Whacked along, held in by Coffey. Shoots it back in, Hardinger on it. Chips it along. Two bodies come together and it floats all the way behind the net. 3-on-2 battle below the goal line. Picked up by Post, looking for an extra pass to spring Maddie Noonan free. She battles with Coffey and brings the puck back for Post. Long pass up ahead. Here comes Tristan Curry into the attacking end. Lays it on to Hurdle. Post will head off for a change. Held in right at the blue line by Farberman. And it comes back out to neutral ice. Long stretch pass looking for the stick of Farberman out of her reach. It goes down for an icing where Alexandria Sestolo is waiting for it. Franklin Pierce will do a wholesale change. A line of Levinson, Rich, and Dean out there. Draw is won back by Levinson, walking in with a shot, saved by Saunders. That one came from Morton. Battle in the corner. Anderson and Anderson lose out, and it's chipped out towards center ice. Picked up by Wright. Some commotion on the post boards. Devlin was waiting to get up, and then she has to fall backwards. Comes all the way down towards Hurdle. Picked up by Bauer. Up into the neutral zone. Comes back in. Stevens races after it with McKevichus hounding her as she wraps around the boards. McKevichus trying to force a turnover. Nifty footwork and stick work by Michaela Kelly. Works it out towards center ice. Long pass. Here comes Kelly all alone on the near circle. Her shot whistles high above the bar. Rose the other way. Into the attacking zone. All alone. Tries to drop it off for Peterson. She can't get there, and Franklin Pierce will work it out to neutral zone. Long stretch pass. Here's Peterson. Numbers the other way. Peterson's got Rose with her, working it on the near side. Peterson, shot. Pad stop made by Hurdle. Macy Peterson leads the team in points. Talented player. Turnover. Here comes Wysocki on the backhand. She scores! Julia Wysocki forces a turnover, picks it up, and sticks it beneath the bar on the backhand, beating Hurdle. And Post jumps in front, 1-0, with 14:37 left to go in the second period. Post jumping in front against Franklin Pierce. They are 1-0 when they score first this season. That was in the shutout win against St. Michael's. Post looking for win number 2. Here comes Wysocki again. Into the attacking zone. Wysocki on the backhand. Plays it out. Picked up by Bo Dean. Dean closed off by Mitchell. And the puck flutters to neutral zone where it's picked up by Patfield. Some extra momentum here. Wysocki again lays it off for diving Mitchell. Hurdle comes out to play it. The puck is still loose behind the net. Mitchell has it now in the corner. Feeding it for Patfield. The one-timer is sticked away. Now the other way comes Rich. She's got numbers. Tries to lay it off for Dean. And after a long, exhausted shift, as it goes all the way behind, Rich will head off with the rest of her line for a change. Held up by Noonan. Pushes it further as it goes behind the net of Hurdle. Sistolo behind her own net. Working D-to-D with Coffey. Up ahead to Maras. Shot in deep, and it's held up by Hurdle. Sistolo on it. Up ahead to Hartinger. Up ahead to Maras. Good back check by Pitter. And an offsides is called against Franklin Pierce. This is the first lead for Post since that Game 1 win against St. Michael's back on October 11th, exactly 2 weeks ago. Pat Bingham likes what he sees. He was talking with me yesterday. Playing that full 60, that was the emphasis coming into this weekend. Playing fast and getting off to a fast start. First period, there was no score, but certainly the better chances went the way of Post. Momentum carried into the second period. On that forecheck, staying aggressive, forced the turnover. Wysocki picked it up, went one-on-one with Hurdle, and went top shelf on the backhand. Here an offensive zone draw is won by Franklin Pierce. Puck floats out towards center ice. Nobody could pop on it for post. Devlin up ahead. Luckman run into by Wright. Both take a tumble. Turnover again. Chance out in front once again. Devlin can't get her stick on it. Hurdle pounces on it and freezes play with 12:10 left to go in the second period. Post has been the aggressor in this second period, forcing turnovers, leading to chances. Franklin Pierce looking for an answer. David Stockland's team was picked to finish 5th in the conference. As for Post, they were picked to finish 7th. Second to last, just above St. Michael's. Under first-year head coach David Bingham, who brings in a wealth of experience in the hockey world, tons of pro hockey experience. And now a chance the other way for Franklin Pierce. LaRoche drops it for Kelly. She can't pick it up. Peterson springs it free to Rose. 2-on-1, Rose and Peterson. Rose a feet out in front for Peterson. Sticked away by Hurdle. Just slid away momentarily off the stick of Rose. Couldn't get the pass to Peterson. Gave time for Hurdle to jump out and stop that one before it even got to the stick of Macy Peterson. Puck loose in the corner. A battle between Kelly and a couple of Eagles. Kelly pops it free, and then it's cleared out towards center ice by McKevichus. Goes all the way down, wide of the net of Hurdle, and it'll be called an icing against Post. An offensive zone draw upcoming for the Ravens. Waisaki's goal is her 3rd of the season. That is a team high. All of her points have been goals, so she ties Peterson for a team high with 3 points. Draw won by Post. Peterson trying to break out on the rush. Closed off by Rich, and she'll head off to the bench for a change. 11 minutes to go in this second period. A 1-0 Post lead off the goal from Julia Waisaki. There's Maggie Cornetta. Gains neutral ice, fires it in. Pressures evaded as comes up Rowan Rigger. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Mackenzie Rich is on it for Franklin Pierce. She lifts it in and will go off for a change. Angeline Pitter begins the breakout for Post. Cleared only as far as Sistolo, who fires a shot on Saunders. It's blockered up into the netting. An offensive zone draw will ensue for Franklin Pierce. But Post able to get fresh legs on the ice. Tim Marie Grom centers the line that's coming out, along with Tristan Curry and Maddie Noonan. Draw is won by Franklin Pierce. Stays in the offensive zone. Hardinger pinching in. Chance the other way, Curry. Holds the puck off against Charland. Looking for reinforcements. Noonan along with Pitter. 2-on-2. They battle with Moros and Charland. Under 10 minutes to go in this second frame. It's picked up by Curry. Behind the net, Noonan. Comes up to the point. Noonan again. Seeing eye shot is kicked away by Hurdle. Bodies were in front. Curry on it. Comes up to the point. Swung across. One-timer by Ammons is sticked away off a deflection. Ammons stays on it. Cross-ice feed. Over to Desai. Shot is blockered away. They still hold it in the corner. Comes up to the point where it's cleared across. Losing her glove was Maddie Noonan. She was the one that pass was intended for. She had to head off towards the bench. Good pressure by Post over the last 2 minutes. Held in. Off the bench, Devlin. Shot Save made by Hurdle. She covers. And some pushing and shoving after that one. Noah Farberman was waiting on the doorstep for a rebound if she had the opportunity for it. Hurdle stood tall for the stop. Now we've hit the under 10 timeout here with 8:45 left to go in the second period. It's Post striking first off the third of the season by Julia Wysocki. We'll be back after this on the CACC Network. Back on the CACC Network, 8:45 left to go in the second period. Post with a 1-0 lead over Franklin Pierce as we come out of the timeout. And the draw is won by Jet Devlin. Post has been sustaining pressure over the last 2 minutes. They've had many chances. It's almost felt like the ice is tilted in their favor. Their media timeout. Post pushing it back in. It's held in. Looking to clear out towards center ice. A long stretch pass up to Haley Anderson. Sent back in. Ashley Wright on it. Picked up by Larson. Banks it off the boards. Coming in as Rose. Lets a shot go. And a beautiful glove save made by Jill Hurdle with 7:59 left to go in this second period. Another great chance for this Post team. Wicked wrister. And it's the quick glove of Jill Hurdle. She was named New High Goaltender of the Week 2 weeks ago on October 15th, following a 2-0 week, including a shutout against Assumption. The first 2 wins of the season for Franklin Pierce. Hurdle is the all-time leader in saves at Franklin Pierce, and she's hoping to climb higher in the record books this season. And delayed penalty upcoming against Post. A chance for Franklin Pierce with the extra attacker out there as Hurdle's going to the bench. And it's touched up by Post. On the top power play unit in the New High in Franklin Pierce is going to work as Selena McKevikis heads to the penalty box. 2 minutes go up on the board for this power play unit centered by Michaela Kelly. Well, the draw is won by Post, trying to clear. Deflects out of play and stay an offensive zone draw for Franklin Pierce. They're 3 for 12 on the power play this season. As for Post on the power play, they have the number 2 penalty kill unit, converting at an 84.6% clip. Here's Morton. Slides it up to Kelly. In the high slot. Down low to Rich. And it's swallowed up by Hannah Saunders. McKevikis was called for boarding. And now Michaela Kelly, another face-off. She wins this one back to Morton. Morton, who jumped up from the D3 level at Elmira College up to D1, slides it across. Shot from the far circle from Calmo. into the breadbasket of Saunders. She freezes play once again. A couple of nice saves from Hannah Saunders on this power play for Franklin Pierce. Wysocki and Kelly again at the dot. And is one back by Wysocki, can post clear. It's Ammons off the boards, and it pops out to neutral ice where Morton is on it. No sustained pressure leads to an easy clear from Ringer. Looking to break out. Here comes Franklin Pierce. Kelly tries to pitchfork it along. Battle in the neutral zone. Morton picks it up, lays it along for Calmo, but it's held in by Patfield, rather held out. It's fired back in by Casey Vanden Uterlar. Strong penalty kill so far for Post. A couple of chances early on. Last minute has been tough. 20 seconds to go on the McKevickis penalty. And it's cleared down once again. Hurdle has to come out to play it as there was numbers for Post. Cornetta lays it over to Stevens. 5 seconds to go now. Up to Levinson. Backhand feed out in front. They score! An on-angle shot with the penalty expiring. And it's Ashley Wright poking that one in past Saunders, and we're even at one with 5:24 left to go in this second period. A power play goal. And it's the first goal of Ashley Wright's career to tie it at 1. Fourth power play goal of the season for Franklin Pierce. They're 4 for 13. And it's the 5th power play goal allowed from Post as it's Wright pushing it through. Maros into the attacking end. Shot is kicked away by Saunders. Puck is loose. They kick away at it. It was Hardinger looking for her first goal of her career. And it's swallowed up by Saunders. Goal is technically ruled as an even strength goal as it came right as Zero's hit on the penalty, or the power play rather. Levinson gets credited with the assist. It's Wright's first of the season, her first point. Turnover. Kelly right on the doorstep. Goes to the backhand. She draws a penalty as well. That will go against Casey Vanden Uterlar, called for a hooking penalty against Michaela Kelly. And momentum swinging back in favor of Franklin Pierce. As Vanden Uterlar will head to the box. And that power play unit comes back out. And it's Kelly with Bauer and Rich. Also Maddie Morton and Anna Calmo. Rose heads off. On comes Riley Patfield. Draw one back. Morton to Kelly. They play pitch and catch down low. Rich walks in. Kick stop made by Saunders. It's behind her own net. Picked up and cleared by Ruby Mitchell. Excuse me, that's Selena McKevickis. Kelly pushes it back in. Picked up by Caris Kell. And she pushes it out to the neutral zone. Rich scoops it up, fires it in deep. It wraps around the boards to the opposite corner. It's Calmo. goes tumbling down. Battle along the goal line. It's picked up by Cornetta. Closed off and then cleared on a spinning shot down by Macy Peterson. And it's picked up by Julia Stevens. She heads the breakout. Stevens up to Levinson. Taken away by Rose, and she'll clear it down. Levinson and Wright back on the ice. They had the goal on the first Franklin Pierce tally this afternoon. 20 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Nifty move by Bo Dean. She loses the handle on the puck. It rolls all the way down to where it's covered by Hannah Saunders with 3:03 left to go in the second period. 17 seconds left to go on the Franklin Pierce power play. Maras and Wysocki on this face-off. It's won by Maras. Comes to the point Sestolo. An extra pass on to Coffey. Long shot. Rebound chance. They score! Jenna Charland on the rebound. In a matter of minutes, Franklin Pierce has taken a 2-1 lead on Jenna Charland's first of the season, second of her career. And the Ravens have stormed back with momentum to take a 2-1 lead with 2:55 left to go in the second period. Calmo had the initial shot, or excuse me, Coffey had the initial shot. And it skipped along to the waiting arms of Jenna Charland, and the yawning cage. Saunders could not get back in time. And Post answers back. A seeing eye shot deflected on its way through. And it's Maddie Noonan. "12 seconds later, we're evened at 2 apiece. What an exciting last few minutes this has been. All the momentum had gone Franklin Pierce's way. And then it's Post answering back to tie it at 2. Puck is loose. It's cleared out towards center. Curry on it. She pushes it up ahead further. They battle along the far side boards. Noonan along with Curry. Curry falls down behind the net where Julia Stevens pushes it up ahead further. Haley Anderson closed off by Caris Kell. Morton scoops it up, turns behind her own net. Under 2 minutes to go in this second period. Luckman tried to let a shot go. Had it blocked. Pops up to Annenson, and on the backhand, she pushes it down. The initial shot came from Brooke Larson. And then a deflection from Maddie Noonan. Her first of the season. Ties it up at 2. Here's Dean crashing in. Drops it behind for Rich. Return feed to Dean. Squirts all the way to the opposite corner where Levinson's on it. Now it's McKevikis. Up ahead to Macy Peterson. Peterson drop pass to McKevikis. Looking to get the shot away. Still it's loose right along the side of the net where it's covered by Hurdle, and she freezes play with 49.6 seconds to go in this second period. Up and down action on both sides. Draw is won by Rose. Dropped into the corner. Rose behind the net. Tries to backhand it out in front, loses her handle on it. It comes only as far as Emma LaRoche. And it's fired back in by Sejal Desai. Racing after it is Desai. She wins the race to the puck. 30 seconds to go. Kelly headmans it up to Emma LaRoche. LaRoche walking in. She scores! With 21 seconds to go in the second period, it's Emma LaRoche putting Franklin Pierce back in front on her first career goal. Kelly had the initial pass. LaRoche had some time and space and let it rip from the far circle. Beat Saunders on the glove side. And it's 3-2 Franklin Pierce in the second period. Draw one by Franklin Pierce. Calmo trying to pop it free. Held in. Calmo, return feed. Here's LaRoche again, walking in. Pad stop made by Saunders. And the puck pops out to neutral ice, and that is how the second period will come to a close. Back and forth second period. 5 goals all in that period. And it's Franklin Pierce with a late flurry to take a 3-2 lead. It was Julia Wysocki breaking through 5 minutes in. Then it was Ashley Wright as the penalty was expiring, tying it up at 1 with just over 6 minutes left to go. Then 2.5 minutes later, it was Jenna Charland on the power play giving Franklin Pierce the lead. Before his Brooke Larson shot that found its way through, might have caught a deflection on its way. 12 seconds after the Charland goal, found its way through Hurdle. Tied it at 2, and then with 21 seconds left to go in the second period, as you saw it, Emma LaRoche let a nice shot go, beating the glove side of Saunders, and gave Franklin Pierce a 3-2 lead as we head into the second intermission. Third period of play on its way on the CACC network.
Kicking off our Women's Basketball 2024-25 Media Day with seniors Raquel Washington and Jaden Burns. Guys, you're the oldest players on the team now, believe it or not, and you're both in your 4th year. You guys came off the bench last year. Talk about that role a little bit and then how valuable your experience is to a team of 13 newcomers.
I mean, coming off the bench last year, there's a lot of expectations that you get just being off the bench as a player in practice. But that's just as someone who goes hard in practice, who comes with a lot of energy. With having those expectations and coming into the new year with 13 new players, like, it's really that time to step up, prove who you are, prove your ability, prove that we're the oldest on the team now. I mean, I've been the youngest on the team for 3 years in a row. So now kind of being at that age and at that level where it's time to really be a role model for others is really important for me.
I can say I agree with Jaden. Definitely everything, bringing energy, building off like what she said about filling the role model spot. Like, I've been here for a very long time, and I've watched the program grow. So I really have that opportunity to fill big shoes while setting the benchmark for 13 new players.
4 straight North Division titles. You guys have been here, I think, for 3 of them now. How does this team do it again this year, and what do you attribute that success to over the last 3 years to get those while you guys have been here to see it?
I say by just being one as on the court and off the court, because that's something that we need. Chemistry is something big, energy, and like having a level head. Like, each time we went to get that conference championship, like, we had a level head about it, but we can't lose our footing just to, okay, we have 4. Let's go get another one.
Yeah, I mean, I think people will think this year is like a rebuilding year. But granted, we have 13 new players, but I think this is the time to prove everyone that, granted, we are a very young team now, but this is the time to really push, prove to other people that it doesn't matter our age, doesn't matter how many new players we may have, how many transfers we have, to reach, like I said, those expectations that we have of previous years of winning and kind of having that same standard now.
And even with the 13 newcomers, you guys have 7 Division I transfers coming in too.
Yeah.
What's it been like getting these new players on the team? How have they kind of meshed together? I know when we're recording this, it's only September, but in the early days, how has it been working with all these players?
Yeah, I mean, very early days. We just had our first team practice a little while ago, and you can feel the energy. You can feel, like, the energy when it comes to just learning new things, kind of adapting to new things. And like I said, as returners, we have those expectations of being like, this is what it is. Let's get everybody on board. Chemistry seems to be very well. We're a team full of energy, so I think we're all just really excited of meshing well and continuing that process throughout the year.
Yeah, and then finally, what do you guys think this team can do this year? Obviously, you've had a lot of success in the past, but we're still chasing that elusive first CACC championship. Yeah. What do you guys think this team can do this year?
I think this team is going to go far. Like, we have goals of going possibly to the Elite Eight. We all know what we want to do. We all know what we want to win. We all know we want to end the season with a ring. So we know the expectations. We know the goals. We know the standard. Coach is very well at taking it one game at a time, but we know what it is and what it takes to win. But I think we're going to go far. That's me.
I agree. Like, I have so much faith in this team. Like, even the team is excited. Like, that's all we talk about every time we're in the locker room. And even on the court or in the lunchroom, like, we're very excited to get farther than what this team has been already. So
we're here with newcomers to the team, Jackie Russell and Emma Carmen. First, Jackie, state champion here in Connecticut, 1,000-point scorer. How do you hope to get that success from high school and translate it to the college level?
I definitely think that where my game's going to translate the most is on the defensive end of the floor. And then, honestly, a lot of it just comes from contributing energy and just overall getting the team to build that chemistry together. Alongside then, obviously, I got recruited for shooting. So I'm hoping to have a great shooting year this year.
Then, Emma, you came from Quinnipiac. You're a sophomore on this team. You also, in high school, had 4 Shoreby North Division championships. But coming from Quinnipiac, what do you hope to contribute to this team?
Really for me, it's just being that gritty player, working hard, getting rebounds, and hopefully getting some threes in this year. I'm also very versatile, so I like to step out depending on who's guarding me.
And then, Jackie, what's it been like in your first few weeks here at Post, your first time in college? I know, Emma, you were at Quinnipiac last year, obviously, but what's it been like coming to Post for the first few weeks?
I've honestly really enjoyed it because I've come from a small town myself, so it kind of has the same feel here, and everything, as they say, Post makes it personal. You really get to know everybody and make a ton of friends, and the girls on the team this year have just been amazing and already are becoming my best friends. And yeah, Post has done a great job welcoming everyone and making sure you have everything you need, and yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
And then, Emma, obviously you've been welcomed from the team from Quinnipiac. You're one of 13 newcomers, 7 Division I transfers. How has this team kind of welcomes you to the squad?
I mean, it's really just been about bonding. We got along right away. I would say we're all best friends, and for me it was a really easy changeover because they made it so great and they're so welcoming.
And for both of you, what do you think this team can do this year? 4 straight North Division championships, if you didn't know that, but they haven't won a CACC championship yet or made an NCAA tournament. A lot of nationally ranked talent in this conference, but what can this team do this year, do you think?
I definitely think we're going to go very far, and obviously the end of the year goal is to get a ring, but even making it through to the Elite Eight, and yeah, maybe we can make some history at this school, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, we had our first practice the other day, and we just looked great together. I mean, the energy was great, and I'm excited to see what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
We're here with Naj White, returning for her second year with the Post program. Naj, you're one of the newcomers last year, transitioning from Division III Mitchell. You were also at Southern Connecticut for a little while, but what was the transition like coming back from Mitchell up to Post?
It was kind of easy on my end. Basketball is like first nature for me, first love, so it's like kind of just getting back into like the groove of things, and the going from Division III, which is kind of serious but not as serious as Division II. So coming here, it was a little bit more like urgent to, you know, pick everything back up and get back to speed with the competition.
Talk a little bit about what your role was coming on to Courtney Burns' squad last year in her first year, which you were coached by her down at Mitchell. What your role was last year, what your role is going to be, do you feel like this year, being one of the only 3 returners on this team?
My role coming here was pretty much to just try to get everybody else on board with coaches like game plan and style of play, the lock left defense and stuff like that. So just getting everybody on board, and then also being a leader on the court. So.
And then lastly, what do you think this team can do this year? Obviously, like I said, only 3 returners, 13 newcomers, but what do you think this team is capable of?
I think we can go really far. I personally want to win a national championship. I know the rest of the girls want to as well. So it's kind of just being dogs together and just figuring it out. But the goal is a national championship and to win conference. So that's where we are now.
We're here wrapping up our Women's Basketball Media Day for the 2024-25 season, joined by second-year head coach Courtney Burns. Courtney, what was it like in year one transitioning from Division III Mitchell up to Division II Post here?
I was really excited for the opportunity. Of course, Post Women's Basketball's had a lot of success prior. I think Coach Plefka did a great job. I think one of the big things for me coming in was being able to really instill all our culture, but also respect the culture before from the success that they had. I was very fortunate to have some returners that really just bought into our culture and the changes that we're looking to do while keep the success that they've had here, and it made my transition a lot easier, and it ended up being a great year for us. And so, for that first year for me coming in from D3 to D2, love the opportunity to be able to work with our players in the preseason, which I think was big, really instilling that culture as we were heading into the season. And, I just can't be thankful enough for the returners that we had that were able to kind of make that transition with me.
And then here at the Drubner Center, you had a lot of success last year, 11-2. You lost to nationally ranked Assumption and lost in the CACC tournament to Golden Beacon. Only 2 losses, though. Is there something about playing here at the Drubner Center that just brings out the best in your team?
Yeah, I think everyone hates playing at the Drubner Center. It definitely gives us a home court advantage, especially for our style, that up-tempo, aggressive defense, being able to pressure in the full court. I think other teams feel crammed when they're in here. So us being able to practice here every day and, run our style, run our system, bodes very well for us and gives us definitely a home court advantage. And we're looking forward to even taking our defense to the next level this upcoming season and, really just cause some chaos. I think being able to learn from the men's team as well, just the way they play so chaos and speed teams up. And, I think our gym bodes very well for that. And obviously the fan support helps also, having them pretty much almost on top of the court. I think it can create some uneasiness in opponents, especially in some close game scenarios.
Talk about what it was like going into this offseason. Only had 3 returners. A lot of your guys were newbies coming in. You've got 13 now. So what was it like retooling and recruiting for this season, knowing that, and getting 7 Division I players out of it, too?
Yeah, so we knew it was going to be almost a complete rebuild just with the amount of players we had graduating the previous year. And our focus going into it with myself and my staff was we kind of wanted to divide up the class. So we were looking at 5 to 6 freshmen, 5 to 6 transfers. We were really excited about our freshman class coming in. We really started a little bit late in the recruiting process. We were able to get out there in July and see some of the top talent in the area. And we were big on really finding players that, we kind of called dogs on defense, that were really going to buy into that philosophy, especially like we just talked about earlier with, the way our gym is and things along those lines. And, just really found players that want to be at post, that were bought in, and we're very excited about our freshman class. All of our commits were top in their position, and when we came to the offseason, we knew we were going to have to hit the portal. I think we did a little bit better in the portal than we had anticipated. Obviously, 7 Division I transfers is pretty good, and it's been great. A mixture of them I've had relationships with in the past, whether I coached them in AAU or trained them, so that's been helpful in the recruiting process as well. But, finding players that, maybe just didn't find the right fit the first time around, and I think the environment here at Post, the camaraderie, not just within our team, but within the whole campus, really got the right kids for us here, and players that are looking for an opportunity, that are hungry for an opportunity, that want to come in and really elevate the program to the next level.
Obviously, you got 4 straight North Division regular season titles in the CACC, one of those under you, the other 3 under John Plefka. What do you think this team is capable of achieving this season? What do you think is the key to capturing that 5th straight title, but also making a run in the CACC, which has a lot of high-level teams?
Yeah, I mean, obviously coming back, you look at Jefferson, you look at Chestnut Hill, Holy Family. They've kind of run the top of the conference for a long time. We've been very fortunate to, capture those 5 titles, like you said. And I think last year, we played together and we were able to hide some of our deficiencies because we played together. And it's going to be similar this year. We have a lot of talent, and the big piece is going to be getting everybody to play together and play for something a little bit bigger than themselves. We have a young roster this year, so I think we went from the oldest team in the country to close to the youngest team in the country with the amount of freshmen, and most of our transfers besides one are sophomores. So we're going to have them for a little while, and I think we have the opportunity to win the first CACC championship underneath these guys' leadership, and with the goal of getting to the NCAA tournament and not just getting there and being happy with it, but making a run in the tournament as well.
head coach Courtney Burns' second year with the team. Post looking for their 5th straight CACC North Division title, first ever CACC championship this winter. They start things off in November at the St. Mike's Tip.
"40 minutes down, 20 minutes to go. Franklin Pierce with a 3-2 lead over Post after a flurry of goals in the second period. Julia Wysocki opened the scoring on an unassisted goal at the 5:23 mark. Then it was Franklin Pierce answering back. Ashley Wright and Jenna Sharland in succession, about 2.5 minutes apart. Sharland's was a power play goal. Wright's was right as a power play was expiring for Franklin Pierce. Maddie Noonan 12 seconds after Sharland's answered it at 2. Shot came from Brooke Larson during the intermission. Goal was changed. Full credit went to Maddie Noonan. She deflected it on its way through. And then right at the end of the second period, Emma LaRoche, with 21 seconds to go, fired it past Saunders and made it a 3-2 Franklin Pierce lead. Early start here and early action for Jill Hurdle to begin this third period. Looking overall, shots on goal 26-16 in favor of Post. Here a chance out in front. Loose puck. Hurdle sprawled out. Still it's loose and it's scooped up behind the net by Ashley Wright, who picked up her first career goal in the second period on that tally. Kayla Kelly comes into the attacking zone, loses her edge, and now numbers the other way for Post. 4-on-2 if they hurry. Here's McKevikis across to Rose, walking in, shot, kick save made by Hurdle. The rebound bounces high over the stick of Macy Peterson. Early action and early chances for Post to even this one at 3. Long pass off the skate and stick of Patfield. She stays with it, and then she's closed off. Battle in the corner, picked up by Levinson. Escapes some trouble, but pinching in his Ammons to push it further along. Into the near corner. Odd angle shot. Looked like it caught the stick of Hurdle. Patfield drops it along. Loose puck right along the side of the net. Hurdle reacts, covers it up, and freezes play with 18:32 left to go in the third period. Post with a 4-on-2 chance. Rose took the initial shot. Rebound skipped off the stick of Macy Peterson. She could not fire it in for her third goal of the year. Post with some physical play takes it away. Noonan up top to Kell. Hounded by Dean. Kell falls down. Pops back up, and the puck stays with Post. Mitchell looking for a feed out into the slot. Nobody's home, and it's taken away by Mackenzie Rich. Noonan fires it across, and then it's fired back in towards Hurdle. She stops it with her stick. It's picked up by Cornetta. She wheels around her own net and comes up into the neutral zone. She falls down. Puck is still loose. And it comes up to Rich, who fires it cross ice into the opposite corner. She'll head off for a change. Fresh off the bench comes Taylor Hartinger. Just the second ever women's player from New Mexico to get a D1 scholarship, first in 20 years. She's playing with Franklin Pierce here. Shot, kick save made by Hurdle. That shot came from Noah Farberman. Battle along the near side boards. Pop three. Here's Devlin walking in. Blocker stop. Rebound chance. Devlin again. Another chance. And Hurdle stands tall. It's not cleared out all the way. Mitchell banks it off the boards. Luckman pinches in. Puck is still loose. There's Farberman on it. Popped up along. Devlin was looking for the rebound, but it's covered by a sprawling Hurdle. More chances for Post. It was Devlin with the first shot, rebound. She got a couple of whacks on it again, and Hurdle once more stands tall in the net, holds it at a 3-2 Franklin Pierce lead. Offensive zone draw for Post. It's won back by the Ravens. Comes up by Morton, hands it off to Anderson. Anderson has it popped off her stick. She has to go retrieve it. Morton up ahead to Levinson. Levinson evading pressure, tried to drop it back to Ashley Wright. Goes all the way down towards their own net. As it popped up, Levinson again can't clear. More pressure for Post. It's Rose on it. Comes over to Morton. Annenson on it. She tries to clear. Held in by Ammons right at the point. Pops along. Patfield leaves it for Peterson. Looking for a return feed to Patfield. And now it comes up with Anderson, who's got some speed through the neutral zone. Drops it in the Post's end. Wrapped around the boards. Up to Ringer. She falls down after some contact with Kelly. Kelly using her frame. Creates space. Long shot on the way from Lila Bauer is swallowed up by Saunders, and that freezes play with 15:40 left to go in this third period. Shots 31-17 in favor of Post. Kelly wins the draw back. Bauer with it, drops it over to Calmo. Behind the net, escapes Kelly, comes over to LaRoche, who has the game-winning goal as it stands currently with her tally at the end of the second. Battle along the near side boards. Comes over to LaRoche. Shot looking for the near post, kicked away by Saunders. Pops free. Kelly hounding Larson there, forces a turnover. Two teams jockeying for possession. Delayed penalty upcoming, and it looks to be going against Franklin Pierce. And it will be a penalty against Emma LaRoche, the goal scorer, who has given Franklin Pierce the lead in that second period. Got tangled up with Julia Wysocki, and it will be offsetting penalties. Wysocki and LaRoche go to the box. Just trying to get everything sorted here. Will be an offensive zone draw for Franklin Pierce. And it'll be 4-on-4 hockey. Levinson, Rich, Wright, and Morton on the ice for Franklin Pierce. And draws was pushed forward by Levinson, but it's controlled by Post. Whacked along, chasing after it goes Grom. She picked up an assist on that goal from Maddie Noonan off the deflection. They can't clear. Grom on it. She's joined with Tristan Curry along with Ruby Mitchell and Angeline Pitter on the ice. Here is Mitchell. Long shot. Rebound chance. It just sticked away. Hurdle is out of position, and Maddie Morton on the right spot. Now she cuts through. Morton all the way through. And it's shouldered away by Saunders. Up and down action. There's that more open ice with that 4-on-4 play. Shot goes high above the bar from Curry. Leaping up was Hurdle. It's fired all the way down. It will be a delayed icing, and now it's a full icing against Franklin Pierce. Offensive draw on its way in Franklin Pierce's own end. It was Curry who was looking for the rebound off that initial shot. Had her stick lifted, and Hurdle was out of position just trying to sprawl back to make a save. She might have gotten a piece on it. Seeing eye shot. Save made. Rebound chance. Kicked away again. Turnover from Stevens. Noonan was on it. Puck is still loose. Floated out towards center. 42 seconds left to go on the offsetting penalties between Wysocki and LaRoche. Stick left out on the ice says Farberman has to go off. .13:20 left to go in the second period. 3-2. Franklin Pierce in front. Into the attacking zone. Shot that caught a deflection on its way. Easily handled and dealt with by Hurdle. Peterson stays on it, as does McKevichus. 2-on-2 battle. Peterson picks it up. Looking for McKevichus. Penalties expiring. And Wysocki and LaRoche back out on the ice, and both go straight to the bench. Bouncing puck, now a breakaway. Here comes Kelly. She's got Calmo with her. And a hand pass will be called against Franklin Pierce, blowing that play dead. And that sets up a neutral zone draw right in front of the Eagles bench. With 12:52 remaining in the third period. Franklin Pierce in front 3-2. The Ravens are 1-0 when they hold a lead heading into the third period. Draw is pushed all the way back. Holding it in is Rose. Pops out towards center ice. Backhanded along. And delayed an offsides is called against Post. McKevichus was trying to get back in time before the Eagles came back into the zone. She couldn't get back over the blue line or just have any body part over that blue line to stop that call. Comes back in towards post end. Banked off the boards up by Desai. Wysocki with some speed, holds it in the attacking zone. Cross ice feed, right on the doorstep. Wysocki whacking at it. Mitchell came pinching in, but neither could get it home. Desai closes off Charland, and Post will try and begin the break, but has it taken away. Pass goes a length of the ice from Franklin Pierce, and it will be icing against the Ravens. Draw will go back towards Jill Hurdle's end with 11:53 remaining in the second period. Hurdle has made some big stops, especially in this third period, holding it at a 3-2 lead. She's got 32 saves so far. Draws one back by Post, fired back in by Larson. Puck is loose and held in before it is floated back out. There'll be icing once again against Franklin Pierce. Sistolo was trying to get that one out. Hardinger was trying to get off to the bench. She has to come back out. Grom and Charland on the face-off to the right of Hurdle. It is won by Franklin Pierce. Are they able to clear and get fresh legs on the ice? They are, but it goes only as far as Van den Uderlaar. Tape-to-tape passing. Pops off the stick of Noonan. Franklin Pierce able to change some. Sistolo still out there. Off the boards. Comes up 2-on-2. Grom along with Noonan. Noonan walking in. Shot from the high slot. And is redirected wide of the net of Hurdle. Here comes Stevens, knifing her way through. Drops it in behind the net of Saunders. Battle in the corner ensues. Popped up along the near side boards. Cross ice feed, looking for Dean, fresh out of the bench. Long shot is whacked in. Picked up now by Post. Outlet pass, broken up. Amons, though, keeps pressure alive. Pushes it further. Devlin is there, but turning away from her. Trying to clear was Bauer. Held in, though, by Devlin. Peterson pinches in. Pops it behind the net. Goes over to Bauer. And it's sticked along by Dean towards the near side. Pitter picks it up. Up with Kell. She fires it in. Peterson races after it. Swenson, the first one to it for Franklin Pierce. Rose stays with it in Gretzky's office. Over to Peterson. Left circle shot is snagged out of the air by Jill Hurdle. And freezes play with 9:24 left to go in the third period. We've hit the under 10 timeout. Franklin Pierce still holding on to its 1-goal lead. It's 3-2 Ravens on the CACC network. Back on the CACC network. 9:24 remaining in the third period. Franklin Pierce with a 3-2 lead over Post in the Eagles' home opener in the 2024-25 season. Both teams looking to get back in the win column following sweeps last weekend. Post falling at the hands of number 8 Colgate. Franklin Pierce was swept by Brown. Out of the timeout. Draw is won by Post. Desai pinches in a little too far, pops over her stick, but is able to avoid trouble. Peterson behind the net. Up to Desai. Long shot, blocked. Calmo's on it. Desai able to battle with her, holds it in and pushes it back behind the net. She's able to head off for a change. Peterson stays out there with Mitchell. As a long cross-ice feed intended for Calmo is out of her reach. Goes down for an icing. With 8:39 left to go in the third period, Post is able to get all its fresh legs on the ice. Larson goes out there with Kell. It's Patfield, Wysocki, and Rigger out there for the Eagles. Draw is won by Franklin Pierce. Off the stick of Michaela Kelly. Comes out to the neutral zone where Wysocki, who had the opening tally in the second period, plays it up. Patfield drops it to Larson. Walks in off the glove of Hurdle. Wysocki spins on her backhand. Moves it towards the front. Is bumped off the puck and goes bouncing into the corner. Morton with a full head of steam walks in. Her initial shot caught a deflection and then went off the mask of Saunders and into the netting. Offensive zone draw upcoming for Franklin Pierce. It will be to the right of Saunders, left from our vantage point up here. And the draw is won by the Eagles. Looking for a long stretch pass up to Noonan. Has it intercepted and pushed back in by Franklin Pierce. Along the near side boards, it pops out to Hartinger and then towards Saunders where she covers. So we'll do it all over again from the very same circle that last face-off took place in. Wholesale line change for Franklin Pierce. Michaela Kelly comes out there with Haley Anderson as well as Maya Annenson. Draw was won back by Kelly. But it pops up to Danny Ammons. Out of reach for Curry. She races after it with Sestolo all the way back towards Franklin Pierce's end. Pass up ahead. Into the attacking end comes Annenson. She falls down. Off the boards. Took a weird redirection. Devlin pushes it into the neutral zone. Stevens. Into the attacking end. That's cleared out towards center ice by Ammons. Racing after it goes Bauer. Icing is waved off. 6:45 left to go in this third period. Post pinching in, trying to hold it in its offensive zone. Bounces out into the neutral zone where Mitchell just fires it back in. Pitter battling with Dean. 2-on-1. Chance out in front. Feed is sticked away by Desai, and it is cleared out towards center ice. It was Levinson trying to create that opportunity with Mackenzie Rich. On it is Bauer. Trying to look for Levinson. It cycles back and has it taken away. Feed out in front. One-timer by Mikevikis is stopped and held by Hurdle. It was a good battle along the boards. Mikevikis found herself all alone off the feed from Rose. And Hurdle again with another big stop. Rose wins the offensive zone draw. Walks below the goal line, looking for a redirection. Bouncing puck, still it's loose. Hurdle whacks away at it. Rose is down. And Hurdle covers and stops play with 5:47 left to go in the third. So another face-off coming from to the right of Hurdle. Draw won by Rose. Comes back to Mitchell. She loses handle on it, but picks it back up as Calmo couldn't clear it out. Chance for Rose. Slides it, looking to slide across to Peterson. Down goes a Raven. And the penalty upcoming on Post. It will go against Jody Rose. Gets called for the tripping penalty. Post will go back to the penalty kill where they've had a tough time today. Franklin Pierce is 1 for 2 today. Very close to 2 for 2 on the day as Ashley Wright's tally, and the first goal of the day for Franklin Pierce came right as their first power play was expiring, exactly as it hit 0-0. But it was Jenna Charland that broke through on her power play goal, gave Franklin Pierce the lead. And now a battle off the face-off. Walking in is Cornetta. Blocker save made by Saunders. It goes up into the netting and stops play with 5:23. Saw some pushing and shoving from Levinson on McKevichus. Draw is won by Levinson. Cornetta's on it. Held in at the point by Stevens. And then cleared out by a spinning Macy Peterson. Stevens goes all the way back and will begin the breakout from behind her own net. Trying to knife her way through was Cornetta, but Stevens is able to pick it up. And then it's cleared out by McKevichus. Levinson across to Cornetta. Gains neutral ice and fires it in deep. And it popped back out towards center ice. Michaela Kelly onto the ice. Tries to push her way past Vanden Uderlar. Morton slides it back across to Kelly. Morton with some open ice. Walks in. High slot. Shot blocked on its way through. Rich right on to the right of the net. Tries to fire it back in. Cal is hounded. And Rich pinches in. Cal picks it back up. Wheels around her own net. Looking to clear. And she's able to do so as it works its way past the body of Kelly. Goes all the way down with 20 seconds left to go on the Franklin Pierce power play. Ten seconds to go on the power play. One last chance. Here comes Calmo through neutral ice. Weaving her way through onto the backhand. 3 seconds to go. The penalty will expire. Out of the box comes Rose, and it's popped out towards neutral ice, where Ammons will play it on the backhand up ahead to Grom. Grom trying to work her way past Coffey. Turnover. Grom is on it up to Ammons. One-timer over to Curry. Her shot is blocked by Sestolo. Ammons has it pop off her stick. Still it finds its way into the attacking zone. Hardinger on it. Pushes it. Pops out towards center. Stevens over to Bauer. Looking to play it over to Hardinger. Joust along the boards. It will slide down towards the net of Hurdle. 2:35 remaining in the third and final period. Here comes Charland with some space. Charland drops it off for Maros. Return feed to Charland. Looking to get it over. Has it taken away by Post. Here comes Pitter. That's patted down towards backboards by Hurdle. Comes up to Pitter at the near side point. Long shot fluttering through the air, and it is snagged out of the air by Hurdle. Easy glove stop. Freezes play with 2:10 remaining in the third period. And Pat Bingham will take his timeout. And Post will look to draw something up here with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the third period. It's a 3-2 Franklin Pierce lead. If you're just joining us, well, let's get you all caught up. All the goals have occurred in that second period. It started with a goal from Julia Wysocki forcing a turnover, and on the backhand, roofing it past Hurdle Then it was back-to-back goals from Franklin Pierce. The first came from Ashley Wright, her first of her career. Jenna Charland answered with her first of the season on the power play, giving Franklin Pierce a 2-1 lead. And then 12 seconds later, the initial shot from Brooke Larson, deflected by Maddie Noonan, tied it at 2. And then with 21 seconds remaining in the second period, it was Emma LaRoche with the first goal of her career to give Franklin Pierce the lead, beating the glove hand of Hannah Saunders. In the third period, both goaltenders have stood tall. Hurdle especially has staved off some flurries from this post offense. Pat Bingham burning his time out in his first season with this post team. Long career in pro hockey as a player, spent 11 seasons playing in 532 games, reaching as high as the AHL with the Binghamton Whalers, who at the time was the AHL affiliate of the Hartford Whalers. And then as a coach, reached as high as the AHL once again, coaching the Bridgeport Sound Tigers for a couple of years. Now he's made his way into college hockey. His first stop with the Post Eagles. Spent the last few years out in Colorado with the Colorado Rampage, building up that junior program. As it floats all the way down where Pitter is on it, banks it off the boards, finds Desai. Desai rifles a pass that evades the stick of Rose and McKevikis and goes all the way down for an icing with 1:51 left to go. When talking with Coach Bingham, he talked about playing the full 60. Sometimes 5 seconds is all you need for your lead to disappear, and that's what happened with Post. A couple of penalties led to opportunities. Momentum built up for Franklin Pierce. They took the lead. Post answered back, and then there was another defensive lapse. Emma LaRoche was left with a ton of space. Fired a shot past Hannah Saunders. Is there some late magic left in this Post team, looking for win number 2 on the season? Desai ran into by Calmo, and that's going to draw a penalty. Desai still down on the ice. Pops up to one knee. Calmo caught Desai with a big shoulder and neutralized. And Desai pops back down. We'll step aside here on the CACC network. Angel Desai back up on her feet, skates off to the bench under her own power with 1:20 left to go in the third period. The Eagles heading to the power play. And they're 0 for 1 today, going against the top penalty kill in the Newhawk Conference. Draw is one back. Walking in, Ammons a shot that whistles just wide of the post. Wysocki behind the net, walks in, tries to feed it across. Ammons picks it up, drops it over to Ringer. Ammons walks in, looking for a deflection. She gets one, but it goes over the bar and into the netting with 57.4 seconds left to go in this third period. A fresh quartet of killers back out on the ice for Franklin Pierce, Wysocki, and Kelly. Face-off is won by Kelly, looking for the clear. It's stopped by Kell. Ringer walks in. Wysocki picks it up in the corner. Drops it over to Patfield. Wysocki winds up. Shot is blocked. Sliding out in front. Rebound chance for Wysocki. Goes high above the glove of Hurdle and into the netting. 35.3 seconds left to go. Wysocki, her stick over her head. Can't believe she missed that opportunity. Sliding out to block that shot was Maddie Morton, along with another Raven, putting their body on the line here. Looking for their third win of the season to get back in the win column. Draw is won by Post. Here comes Ammons. Lets a shot go. That just goes wide. Up to the point. Another snapshot. It is fluttering around. 19 seconds remain. Wysocki on it. Slides it across Ammons. Winds up. Looking for a deflection. Just goes wide off the stick of Ringer. Wysocki on it once again. Up to Ammons. 7 seconds to go. Her shot is blocked. Kell on it. Off the boards. Ringer with one last shot. They won't get it off, and Franklin Pierce survives a last-second flurry from Post to get back in the win column and takes game one of this weekend series 3-2. Emma LaRoche, the game-winning goal with 21 seconds left to go in the second period, and Jill Hurdle continues her strong season with 38 saves in a 3-2 win over Post. These two teams back at it again tomorrow up in New Hampshire. That game set for 7 p.m. at Franklin Pierce. Post falls to 1-6 on the season, 1-2 in the Newha Conference. Both of their losses have come by 1 goal. A 1-0 loss at St. Michael's, and now the 3-2 loss today in their home opener. And the Ravens with a much-needed win improves to 3-2 on the season and 3-0 in the Newha Conference as they look to get back to the conference championship once again. But that'll do it for today's broadcast. Special thanks to our entire broadcast team. Had a trio of producers today helping me out. But that'll do it for today's broadcast. It's Franklin Pierce getting the win over Post in the Eagles home opener. But I've been Matt Scalza. Thank you for joining me. See you next time on the CACC Network. Enjoy the rest of your Friday.